Hey everyone, this is Pamela Pose. I'm an instructor at Sacramento City College in the library and the makerspace. And so I'm creating a series of videos on vector design. In this case, I'm talking about the Shapebuilder tool, which allows you to create really any shape you want. And you'll see how it works. And then I'm going to talk about two ways that I use it. One for reflecting things so that things are symmetrical, and another one for offset path, which is a great way to, for example, create a sticker. So a couple of caveats first. I am somewhat self-trained, so if I don't use appropriate graphic design vocabulary, don't be too hard on me. And this is 2024, and so by the time you see this video, Illustrator may look slightly different depending on the version that you are using. Let's go ahead and get started. So Shapebuilder allows you to build things out of different objects. And let me just dive right in because this will make more sense. The key with the Shapebuilder tool is you have to select the specific thing you want to work on. So if you don't select it first, it's going to mess with all of this. And the reason why that's useful is because it allows you to select a specific part of your design and then not affect any other parts. So Shapebuilder tool is, so I've selected the objects I want to work with. And then the Shapebuilder tool is here. And then you notice in Illustrator, if you hold your mouse over something, it's going to show you what it does and also give you the keystroke, which is Shift M. And I'm on a PC, so that's why it's that specific keystroke combination. If you're using a Mac, it's probably slightly different. So here we go. So there are two options with Shapebuilder. You can combine things. So I have to select it, then Shift M, and then I've now created one shape out of that. And so if I move this around, it's now one shape. Control Z to take it back to where it was. Control Z. You can also use it to remove parts of your objects. So again, I've selected it, Shift M, and let's say I want to make a moon. So if I hold down the Alt key on a PC, you see my cursor's turned to a little minus sign, and it'll remove that section, or you can remove specific parts of the lines. You can see you have two options. You either can remove a chunk of it or the line on that's the edge of your shape. In this case, I'm going to just remove all of that. And I have a nice little crescent shape right there. You can, of course, use it to remove other pieces. Here we go. So I've removed that. I now have a bullseye. And then that's the basics of it. But let me show you a way that I like to use it to make things that are completely symmetrical. So I'm going to try to make a heart. So the first part is I've created this basic piece right here. So let's make half the heart first. So again, I selected what I want, Shift M, and then I'm going to take off this top part because I want a nice rounded top. And then I'm just going to turn this into one shape. And then if I run, I want a rectangle over the top of this. And I'm going to run it to about slightly over, if you look at the bottom, slightly over the bottom of the little object I've created. And now I'm going to select all of this. And if I do Shift M and get rid of that part of it, I'm going to take down, I can tell I want a little more. Let's get rid of that and make this a little prettier. All right, that looks pretty good for half a heart. I'm going to take it down a little bit. Okay, so I've basically got half my heart. Now, if I've got, this is my selection tool, I can also hit V on my keyboard, select this. If I hold down the Alt key, remember I'm on a PC, and drag it, that makes a copy of it. And then if I right click and then transform, I'm going to reflect this. Here we go. And this is slightly confusing. It took me a little while to master this. It's a little confusing to me anyways. So you got to remember this is, even though it's reflecting the object side to side, it's doing it on a vertical axis. And so, and then the horizontal is, it's going to reflect it up and down because it's reflecting on a horizontal axis. And so it's easier actually just to pay attention to the little icons here. Here we go. And then this is really important. You want to overlap it just slightly. So I'm going to zoom in here. So you want to overlap it slightly, and then I'm going to make sure that the top is aligned. So I'm going to align upwards, and we're good to go. Let me just get rid of this little extra shape that's appeared somehow. And now I can turn this into one shape, a heart shape. So I selected it, and then I go Shift M. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these little pieces down here. So I'm going to do it by getting rid of the edges. So you can see you have different options there. And then the rest of it, I just run it through, and now I've got a nice heart shape. So that's the basics of how to use symmetry to, how to use the Shapebuilder to create something completely symmetrical. So all I did was create my shape and then cut off the part that I want to reflect, and then make a copy of it and reflect it, and then turn it into one shape. So let's do that again with this. Let's say I want to make like a butterfly shape. Half of this over here looks pretty good. The other half is not quite what I want. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use a rectangle. Let me move it over a little bit so it just goes over the top. That's pretty good for a butterfly shape. Select both of them, hold down the Alt. I have to do Shapebuilder, so Shift M, and then get rid of it. So that's half our shape. Now I do Alt to select it, and if I hold down the Shift key, it's going to keep it lined up no matter how far across I drag. And then right click, reflect, and then move it over. And again, I'm going to overlap it. So if I don't overlap it, you're going to end up with two shapes that are, they're one shape, but there's going to be a space between them, which is not what I want. So I'm just going to make sure that this is lined up by running it to the top. There we go. Let me move it over. Align to the top. Okay, and then Shift M to make it into one shape, or click on the little icon, and now I can turn this into one shape. Okay, so we have the shape that we want. And then let's say that I wanted to turn this into a sticker and add a border to it. This is the little trick that I figured out that's super handy. So first thing we're going to do is let's just draw a rectangle over the top, and I'm going to change the color so it's a little easier to see, and then I'm going to send it to the back so it's easier to see. Send to back. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is select both shapes. I don't have to line them up or anything. Start the Shapebuilder, and then I'm going to just use the eliminating the shape, and get rid of everything that's in the border of that rectangle that isn't part of this shape. So if I click there, and now I have this. So if I want to do a sticker and have a border, all I have to do is Object, and then I go to path, and then offset path. And you can control how wide you want your border to be. So let's go to 20 just to show you what it looks like. And let me put a border color on these so you can see where the edge is. And make it a little bigger. There we go. So you can see I've now created this path that it's its own thing. So that's the basics of it. Let me get rid of this. But that was a little wide. So I'm going to do object. I need to select it first. Object, offset path, and I want it to be 5. That's a little tight. Let's try 10. That's what it was first. That's pretty good for my border for a sticker. Actually, and let's send this backwards. Okay, let's try that again one more time. So we're going to do object, path, offset path. I want to do 10. Click OK. Now I have this border, and then when you're making a sticker, all you would need to do to do your sticker is add the cut line right here with the software related to the printer. But that's basically how you can add an easy border to an object. And that's it. Hopefully this has been helpful. Good luck.